Okay.
We good to go?
Yep.
So welcome everybody, right?
Everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're
So
gonna we're gonna put this on our Patreon.
on a
Um,
Patreon,
yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna put it on
yeah,
or you know,
yeah,
whatever else is out there.
yeah. We're gonna put it on Patreon. We already have board shorts and beach towels for the season upon us.
uh,
Anyways,
beach
so
towels.
beach towels. Um, so you can go to the beach in Tacoma, Washington. The weather is pretty rough up there, huh? Still,
Up here,
yeah,
yeah, we had a big snow a couple
yeah.
days ago. Yeah.
Anyways, so let's start this. Welcome everybody. So me and George, we're gonna do 60 minutes of nerd action. Is that right?
Hopefully,
Do you want to tell the
we say 60 minutes now. But
you want to tell the people what's the plan here?
I think
What's
we
the
have what, four records that we both revisited, and
Yep.
then we each have that we're going to talk about, and then we each have um, just three other records we feel we've been listening to.
Something like it. Something like that. I'm gonna have to pull three from the shelves, but we'll get there.
Well, just we can't call it whack a mole, or I think Mazzy will get mad. Um,
Mm. We
but
might get a we might get a lawsuit.
yeah, right. Cease and desist. Do you want to start with one of the records we both listened to, or
Yeah. You seem way better prepared than I am, so you go.
okay? I'll show this.
All right off the bat.
What is this? 1978. I got to look at the hype sticker. Belgian punk. Is it
77.
78? 77. Okay.
77.
And man, this is a great. God, I forgot how good this is. It's got kind of like that. Oh man, it's got a little of that. I would say sort of Rosillo's sounding guitar, where it's kind of that brown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. It
Uh,
does.
that sort of uh, a little bit of that retro rock and roll sort of chord progression. Um, but man, there's some really good songs. 84's Man, obviously. Um, Steal It is great. But I think my favorites are probably Wildcat or God, how do you pronounce that?
Tell
Fatamine
them,
Child.
tell them my child. Yeah,
That song is fantastic.
I think that song is my favorite song from this record.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
But so I actually listened to this again today, and so from Belgium we have another band from Belgium that we're gonna talk about it, right? So this record, I'm I'm gonna be honest with you. I never heard, I never, I never heard about this band prior to the day and age of internet.
Huh.
Never. I be honest with you. And the other
No,
band are
no,
gonna.
no comps or anything.
I do not recall.
Huh.
Potentially on comps, but truth to be said, you know, on my teen years, if I listened to a track of this on a comp, I was probably, it was a time that access to things were limited.
Right.
If if you were like trying to seek something that you heard from the very first time on a comp, you'll be the standouts.
Right.
It's not like now that we have a comp with 40 bands and you can go and track the 40 bands and find the records.
Right.
So
Look on
if
Discogs and
yeah,
see. Right.
so if I ever heard these uh, before the internet, I do not recall, and it didn't have uh, that great of impact in me. Which you'll say, "Fuck, that's strange," because this is this is this for me. I think if I had to do like a top 10 foreign foreign by foreign I mean non English, American, or Australian.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, my top 10 from 77 to 79. I think these will be there for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You know, it's just these we're gonna talk about a different band from Belgium. There's many from Belgium actually. We're gonna talk about the thing that strikes me the most about this record is that you know how a lot of bands post Sex Pistols like a year after or 6 months after the Sex Pistols. Uh, they're nothing but rock and roll bands. They're not. They don't have the abrasiveness of the punk
Sure.
sound.
Right.
This does.
Yeah.
This is so damn abrasive. Like,
Well, it's to me it kind of reminds me of um the Rude Kids, where it's abrasive and raw, but it still manages to be so catchy. You
it's
know what I
catchy.
mean?
Yeah.
I mean, for as raw as it is, it's really just a catchy rock and roll record. You
Yeah, it
know.
is. It is. It
Um,
is. But it is one of those records that I feel like some people might uh debate if it is a punk record or not.
mm,
Some, you know, especially, you know, if you're if you if your punk journey starts with Discharge or something like that, or
sure. Right.
GBH, right? It's gonna take time for you to go back to the roots and to start to appreciate certain things. This is punk as fuck.
Yeah.
Start. This record is clearly inspired by punk. And you know what? Something that I learned about this band.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't learn much. Read. I just read a fact because I went on Discogs at least to write down the dates that the records came out, so we
Uh
can
huh.
have some accuracy here. On Discogs, he says that the lead singer from this band, he played with Brian Jones prior to this band. They were formed in '77 in Brussels, maybe? I don't know, in Belgium. But he played with Brian James from The Dent,
Yeah.
among others, in a band called Bastards. I never heard about that
I
band.
no.
I have no, and on Discogs, there's no hyperlink to those Bastards.
Hmm.
And now I'm not gonna rest. You know?
If there's any recordings, though, I mean, they might have just played shows and then, you know, nothing ever got captured.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's like interesting. You know, it is interesting. Yeah, this record for me sounds so it's punk like all punk. The drummer he just beats
yeah.
the drum set to pieces. Yeah, it's great. It is yeah. I remember I was listening to this. It's one of those records um that is top to bottom. There's a track here. I think it might be Am I Guilty? I think it's Am I Guilty? That is kind of like a slowish track, like, you know, just dragging someone through the mud. That
Mhm.
is not that punchy, but, you know, start to top, we're talking 6, 12, 13 tracks of like just fine punk rock.
Yeah. The first side is just. I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah.
the
Which
second. I mean, I guess I have maybe this problem with other punk records where the second side gets a little.
diluted, like
Yeah.
watered down. Yeah.
Everything kind of starts to blend a little
Yeah.
bit.
Not
Um,
here.
but the thing that really took me aback about this record, revisiting it, is the bass player.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
bass.
Yeah.
I mean, he sounds like it's almost those super melodic kind of vibrators esque bass lines.
Yeah.
It's just so prominent, but not distracting. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I agree.
what do you
I
think of this
agree.
album cover?
I'll, I, what do I think? I cannot pinpoint the meaning of the cover. I do like the graphics. I do like the colors used. But what do you think?
I like it, but it doesn't match the sound to me. You know,
No, at all. Doesn't
like it
matter
looks
at
like
all.
it's gonna be maybe like some synthy, new wavy
Yeah.
thing
Well,
more than punk. You know.
yeah. You look at that cover, it can be anything really. Yeah, it's one of those. I do not know. I do not know who did the cover. I It came out on Philips. So Philips,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah. So Philips, I'm pretty sure they you know censored some original artwork from many bands.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know. This is just guessing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like a afterthought. Let's do something cute to put on the shelves. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, the cover definitely doesn't match the sound. But as I said, never heard of this shit back in the day. Never. And actually, I remember. You know how I bought this record. This is the first official reissue of the record. I do not
Uh-huh.
have the original of the record. I never even saw original
Is this?
ever.
Do you have the Radiation reissue?
No, I do have. This is a label called Vils and Geeks Records from Brussels. That's where they're from Belgium. I think this is early 2000s, sometimes early 2000s.
Oh, okay. Huh.
And the reason that I bought this record was because of the hype sticker. And I'm going to show you the hype sticker. It says first authorized reissue from the band's master on pink vinyl. Check this out. Check this out. It's pink as it can be. Yes. And it says, quote, the best Belgian punk record ever made. Some guy from Japan.
That's great. That's great. Oh,
Is the quote from some guy from Japan. I was like, I
oh,
gotta buy this
that's
record.
maybe the best hype sticker I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that's why I had to buy the record. You know? Yeah. This is fantastic. It'll be a cool exercise. I don't know, maybe a difficult exercise to do about the record to get someone that might be watching this a little bit more interested in. Can you think of an acclaimed punk album from the era that you will take this one over anytime?
Man,
You can say Machine Gun Etiquette. No, I'm joking.
you kind of rag on Machine Gun Etiquette a little bit. I feel like, but I mean, well, I guess this isn't really a testament to how well. This is kind of defeating the point of the exercise. It's not really a testament to how great of a record this is. It's more of a testament to how sick I am of the other record. I like this more than Nevermind the Bollocks.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sick of. I mean, that's a great album, but I'm just kind of tired of it. You know.
Yeah. Agree. Fair. Even though, yeah, fair.
If I
Fair.
pull a Pistols record, I pull Flogging the Dead Horse.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my go-to too.
Yeah.
What about What about? Would you take that over Life on the Line?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd take anything over
Okay.
Life on the Line.
Okay. Good.
That's
Good. Good.
oof, that's a tough one.
So I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna go with the other Belgian band. We'll get there.
Okay.
Now the record that we
Oh,
agreed
man.
to listen to was The Plugs, Battle of Luck, right?
Yeah, this is the one that I forgot how good it is. I've just been crazy about this.
Okay, came out in 1981 on Fatima Records.
Boy, you're kind of Johnny on the spot with the facts.
I am, and then I'm gonna tell you why I am. But anyways, yeah. So just let people aware. So it's the second album by the Plugs. You want to tell us a little bit about the record, or should we tell people what the who the Plugs are or were?
I think if someone's watching this, they know who the Plugs are probably. But
Yeah, I agree.
man,
So
this
you're excited about their record. Tell me about it.
this record is, man, it's the well. I'll get to something that might refute it, but the best punk record ever come out of California, in my opinion.
Uh,
I that's I mean maybe that's a little hyperbolic, but
I think it's one of the best records that ever came out of California. I don't know if I necessarily would consider that this record a punk record. I think it's more than that.
yeah, I get what you mean by that. It's got kind of the thing that this from. I mean, there's a lot of variety on this record, but the thing that struck me is it almost reminds me of the Gun Club meets the Plimsouls.
Oh, totally,
It's got
totally.
that sort of not quite cowpunk, but sort of uh, twangy, sort of them trying to sound like they have a slide guitar. Um,
Yeah,
but it's also got like a little bit of that sort of those like picking chord sort of Plimsouls
yeah,
uh, riffs that they're still tough. They're kind of right before that college rock thing where it's catchy but it's still tough. You know?
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I think and I think it's fair to assume that bands such as Gun Club, for instance, uh, they rip off the Plugs. They didn't rip off the
Yeah.
Plugs, but I think the Plugs are, as far as to my knowledge and understanding, it's pretty much the band that opened the door for the for punk bands, especially in Southern California,
Yeah.
to you know to think out of the box. If talking about the cowpunk, the Western influences, and all that, even though the Plugs they're more influenced by mariachis than they are from you know cowboys and Indians kind of
Right.
stuff, right? The reason why I was like saying that I think is more than punk, even though one of the finest punk tunes ever made is on their record, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You know, mostly because of the message that they're trying to pass across. Uh, their record is not as abrasive as Electrify Me.
Yeah.
It's not. Like it's not even the vocals don't sound the same.
No. No. Yeah.
You
Definitely
can
not.
say but there's even a song on this record that they kind of even throw some ska feel to it in the guitar.
Yeah. I can't remember which one that is, but there's just so many. They go so many different places,
It
and
does.
it's somehow all completely cohesive to me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is a brilliant record, and he made the soundtrack of Repo Man for a reason,
Yeah.
right? There's El Clave La Cruz
Oh
is
man, that song's so great.
yeah, it is so great. But the song that I was pinpointing that is like punk as fuck is the song American.
I I had a feeling. Yeah, that's one of the best on here, and it has that sort of little kind of tinge of mariachi sound a little bit,
It
which
does.
just kind of really sort of sends the message home with the lyrics and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And one thing that I want to say, like, just in case, I think it's important. Let's assume there will be one person watching this video that never heard about of the plugs. So you gotta tell them that the plugs are a Chicano band from LA,
Yeah.
right? And one thing, well, you can tell by the
Yeah.
imagery, right? And one thing that that it is important to me in these records. I listen to these maybe because I was raised as a Catholic. Now we're gonna talk religion.
We're hitting everything.
Yeah, we're hitting everything. But one thing that is important to me, it's like when you if you listen to this record and if you're somewhat familiar with that Latino culture, you know, which that's where they come from, and they, since the very beginning, the plugs always made it clear that they wanted to be known for what they truly are, right? And one thing about this record that for me, I probably listen to Electrify Me more often than I do listen to this record. But one thing is like this record has so many strong cultural references. You
Yeah.
know, this is a record like for the ones that like to uh overanalyze things. You have a great rabbit hole here. This will keep you entertained.
Yeah.
You know, and you said earlier that I was Johnny on the spot, but I said Fatima Records, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Fatima Records, I remember Fatima Records. They don't have much material, but I remember the very first time that I saw Fatima Records as a Los Angeles band. Like what? Because Fatima is actually a town in Portugal where allegedly three little shepherds saw the mother of Jesus. It's like one of those places that people from all over the world go till this
Oh,
day, one on those pilgrimages.
right.
And I find interesting because there is a lot of religious elements to not also to their sound, to their lyrics, and I
Yeah.
find that interesting. Yeah, but for me, as I said, I will not necessarily go with the best punk because,
Well, and best is pretty. I mean, I'm saying that loosely. That's
yeah,
pretty
of
hard
course,
to
of course.
quantify. But
Look,
um,
everything we say here for the record is loose and is based on personal opinion and how we're feeling it right now. Nobody here is trying to tell you what to listen, right?
no, not at all. But you should give this a shot. I think everyone should.
One thing that I would like to say about their record that it goes in opposition to what you said about when you were talking about the Rex Solar.
Mhm.
How some records, on the B side, they tend to get like worn down and all that.
Sure,
This record for me is the opposite.
I
This is a
agree.
record for me that it just builds, keeps on building, 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 building.
Yeah,
It's not. I, it ends better than it starts. It's just like, yeah,
Caesar's store or Caesar's song, Blue Sofa. Yeah.
yeah. Blue Sofa is a fucking banger.
Oh man.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah. Go ahead.
I what kind of struck me too, thinking, ugh, my ah, my tongue's getting tied.
It's
What
okay.
kind of struck me while listening to this, um, was I remember Vinyl Richie saying that the Twisted Teens record is a real Americana album. I have to disagree. This is,
Yeah,
to me, an Americana record. I mean, it's
yeah.
so, yeah.
So if you make the statement that this is the best Americana record ever, I will subscribe on that one.
This is the best Americana record ever.
We're in agreement, 100%.
And
Yeah,
this, I pulled a, that hopefully we'll get to, um, that is kind of, I pulled after listening to this, that probably this record and another album I'll show maybe is are my two favorites of this era and scene. But yeah, is there anything else you wanted to say about this?
No, no. Just whoever's watching us, go listen to that shit.
I think this is a record that if you're not into punk, this could still appeal to you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a record that's a record. You know, as I said, there's a track in their record, Club La Cruz on Repo Man,
Yeah.
right? But there's so much more to that record. That record was not made for punks. Record was not made for anyone specific. And one thing that I forgot to say it, I say it now, that I feel about the Plugs, and I feel in particular about this record. This is a record made by people that were just being themselves. They were not trying
Yeah.
to please anyone. They were they were not aiming for record deals. They're just being true to
They were.
themselves.
It doesn't even feel like they were aiming for a particular sound. They weren't even
Anything.
aiming. They weren't even aiming for punk. Really, it's just.
Yeah, they were not.
Just a, yeah,
They're
that's
they're
a
just
perfect synopsis of it. Yeah, I
yeah.
completely.
They were just being themselves, and it's fantastic. It's your turn.
Okay. Do you want to save the other Belgian band or?
You choose. That's fine.
Okay, I'll go with this.
Yeah.
And this is, man, this is one of those records that I think it kind of gets overshadowed by its predecessor a little bit. But our fonts are different colors.
Yeah, I see it. This is a triple X reissue.
I think this is like a really early second pressing.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
But man, this I think I first. Well, I mean, first, you should say it has Rick Agnew on it, so of course it's going to be great.
Yep.
But I think I first heard DI on Flipside Volume 2. Johnny's Got a Problems on that.
Yeah,
and
it's a great comp.
But that's the song on that comp that really stuck out. I mean, it was just. It fits with that comp, but it's kind of different than everything else on there.
For the most part, yes.
That it's just kind of pops out at you, and talk about sort of a song about America. I mean, guns on this.
I'm glad you went there. Yep. Yeah, that's one thing is about this record. This record, I got a lot. I can say a lot of things about this record. But first thing I'm gonna say is like the very first time I listened to the Eye, I was not impressed.
Really?
Because my very first contact with the Eye was on the Decline of Western Civilization documentary.
Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of hard to compete in that context. Yeah.
So the band had been familiar since my very first days into punk rock. But I feel like, especially for foreigners, people that were not, here everybody knows the Eye. The Eye, God, they keep on playing. Here in San Diego, they just keep on playing. But I remember that, I was not impressed because if you go back and you watch the documentary, like the band, the sound doesn't have the force, the power, the push that he has on the records, right? It's kind of in Casey Royer, he kind of has a little bit of that without sounding like Biafra, but he does like to go on his own rants and and all that. So I remember not being too impressed, but when I bought my first DI record, which was Team Goon, I was like blown away. And I have all their records until maybe early 90s, and they're all great. One thing that I want to say about this record, why it hits home for me, is that what year is this? 85, 86, right? Something like that.
I think 85. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So for the ones that don't know, the I are a portion of the adolescents, right? The lead singer of the I is he was the drummer of the adolescents.
I have to say, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the drummer
Wow.
on adolescent self titled.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyways, one thing that I love about DI, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Uh, Let me see how can I. They do truly sound like Southern California punk to me.
Yeah.
They have, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but I'm gonna what captures me the eyes like anyone that you know used to skateboarding or surfing or even riding a bicycle. If you ever did any of those things, that it's an experience that it feels good when you find a certain flow.
Sure. Right.
And that's one thing that DI across the records, all the records have. You know, there's there's a flow. It's a band that plays. I don't even know how to explain this, but their sound is not abrupt, is not abrasive. It's just like yes,
Yeah.
this thriving, feel good sound, but they still manage to punch some fucking relevant lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love that. And this record in particular is top to bottom excellent.
Yeah.
Uh,
Johnny's Got a Problem. Hang
yeah,
10 in East Berlin. Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. You know,
Imminent War. Oh
yeah, everything. No moms, no
yeah.
moms. No moms. It's kind of like, and you got to show these back cover, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, it is. It is. It is a banger. And one thing also that I would like to, since we're talking about the eye, that I want to put it out here is that since I am in Southern California, and I know you don't want to get all political and all that shit,
No, go for it. Go for it.
but the thing is like there's a lot of meatheads particularly in well everywhere, but Orange County is known for having a pretty sizable conservative uh,
Sure.
um, crowd, right? And I remember like sometimes some songs by Di, so you know, I feel like some people might take the songs lyric
Right.
literally, and they did not understand the sarcasm.
Well, and
So
that's exactly why I brought up Guns,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
it perfectly it's so, I mean, if you just look at it at face value, you'd think that they were sort of meat-headed, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
uh, people who aren't thinking critically, I
yeah,
guess, to put it
yeah,
politely. But when you really, you know,
yeah,
dig into it, it's so sarcastic and
yeah.
snide and just,
It's
pointing
in, it's
out the
very
obvious stupidity and, you know,
it's very intelligent.
yes, yeah,
I think it's a very intelligent, and I'll say it, dude. I've seen him many times. Casey, you see them frequently in San Diego. They're really, that's why I mentioned this. These they're really good people.
yeah,
There's like it's a band that is about the prejudice free of any kind. They do not support any sort of prejudice. They're just one of those, and those were kids from the the Reagan era and all that shit.
Right.
I wanted to pinpoint out here they're punk as fuck and brilliant musicians. And you, every time you see them, there's no rock star element. They're old as fuck these days, but they still go out there to have fun and to give an opportunity to the youth to have fun with them. And that's priceless. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a banger. That is a
Do you,
banger.
do you think this is their best record? Or what's your favorite DI album?
I think that's the best record
Yeah, this is probably my
because
favorite.
Team Goon is originally I think 4 track, 12. I think a second pressing. They just add more tunes to it, and then there's Ancient Artifacts
Yeah.
that came out and came out
Same year?
same year,
Yeah.
and which is a record that I like a lot because he has the song OC Life is Not For Me, Orange County Life is Not
Yeah.
For Me, which kind of goes, hand in hand what I was trying to uh, pinpoint here when it comes to lifestyle and cons- uh, conservatorism and all that shit. Yeah, that's the best record.
Yeah.
If he, if I had to pick one, and as I said, I think the last one I have by them is like Tragedy Again, which is an 89 or 90. So I have quite a bit of them. So if I had to pick one, that will be my pick, hands
Yeah.
down. And it's a great title, you know.
Would you pick it over the Adolescence album?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's an over. I would pick it over even Brats in Battalions by Adolescents. It'll be, I don't know, end to end, but I will definitely pick it over Adolescents Balboa Fun Zone. That will be a no brainer because the records.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, it's great. And again, it is a record that sounds, feels, defines Southern California lifestyle pretty well done. At least for the outcasts.
Sure. Right.
Yeah, love that. So we're jumping to the last one, right?
Yes. Do we want to show it at the same time?
Yeah, we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3 thing. Okay, when you do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go.
Uh,
All right, the Kids, another Belgian band.
70, is this 78?
Let me see if I. That's 78. Yes. What
Yeah.
is this? It is the same year as the self title.
And this, I think, sort of like that Plugs record maybe is kind of overshadowed by the first one. And I don't think it's quite as good as the debut. It's pretty, it's, just by a hair, I think it's not as good, but like, uh, Jesus Christ Didn't Exist. That almost has that's, it sounds like the Kids, but it doesn't really sound like the rest of this album to me. He's got a little more of, I don't know, his vocal delivery on that song and the sort of guitar lick on the outro. It almost sounds like they're trying to write sort of a Pistols-ish song.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah,
But to me, after the first song, it really picks up. I Don't Want to Be a Fat Boy's great. No Monarchy is one of their just best songs. Runaways, so catchy. Dead Industry, Razor Blades for Sale. Second side, I do think it starts to peter out a little bit. 16, Naughty Boys, and Sex Queen, I think, are kind of the weakest, but then it just ends with Rock Over Belgium. So
yeah,
it just picks right back up.
yeah. I think like this record is like I don't think it would be unfair to say that is almost a transition record.
Yeah.
because the following one has nothing to do with anything else that the kids did on Naughty Kids and on the self title, even though one of my favorite soon songs of all time is on the third one. Um,
But yeah, this isn't as sort of raw and ragged as the debut. It's a little more. I don't even want to say polished. It's just a little more toned down.
yeah, because it is not polished.
Yeah.
It's like the things like both records came out in 1978, so, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think it would be fair to say that these guys were on the road. These guys were just like going at it, and I do like this record a lot. Uh, I have to agree with you that the debut is a little bit, at least on a more punky side than this one
Yeah.
is.
The
But
debut just has a little more of a punch to it, you know?
I think the production as well. The production on the first one is raw. It's a
Yeah,
little,
definitely.
but I'm gonna say this. Uh, One thing about the kids, in opposition to Rexall, is a band that I'm well aware. The kids, at least in Europe, was always a very uh it was not a Kill by Dad band. It was a band
Right.
that people were very well aware. Another one that came out on Philips, not this one, the first one. And the thing about the kids is that, to me, if it wasn't for the lyrics, for the topics that they approach in the lyrics,
Hmm.
they were just like a brilliant rock and roll band.
Yeah,
Because that's what
definitely.
they do. They don't play punk rock. The kids, if you put the lyrics aside and just listen to music, these guys are just fucking trying to embody Chuck Berry.
Yeah, the guitar playing and the music itself definitely has that
It's just
sort of heartbreakers quality, you know?
we. I just had a Vinyl Richie moment here.
Uh,
Another one. Hold on. It does. I agree with that, but without the junkie element,
yeah, yes, yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
That junkie element is not there. I think it's brilliant, and I'm gonna say this: if these guys in 1978 they decided to aim for the sky and plug in a double LP with a self title and this, there will be a difficult record for anyone to top.
That would
It will be insane but it will be
that would maybe be the best punk double album and to me.
ever. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
And
yeah.
one thing I gotta say is like the song No Monarchy, it's brilliant, but it's like a couple notches down from the single. The single of No
Yeah.
Monarchy is so much
The
more
single version is
pungent.
really good. Yeah.
It's just like amazing. Yeah. And you wanna know a fun fact?
Sure.
They're from Antwerp. You know what? Antwerp is a city in Belgium that is it's the capital of the world when it comes to diamonds trading. So
Huh.
poverty and struggle most likely to not be a big issue for many out there.
Wow. Huh.
But it, but
That's very
so
strange.
I know. So these guys probably they felt really like oddballs out of place,
Yeah.
and that's why, yeah, it's brilliant band, dude.
Do you
Brilliant
have
band.
the what pressing is yours? This is the Radiation, and it's got really great bonus tracks. It's got 5 live songs. Do you love the Nazis? Razor Blades for Sale, No Monarchy, Life is a Hell, and a cover of 12XU.
No,
Oh,
I think this is hilarious. Actually, my pressing is hilarious. This record came out originally on a label called Fontana
uh huh, yeah.
Fontana Records, and my pressing is from, I don't know if you understand this, but you might because it's pretty basic Spanish. This label is like a ripoff of the Fontana cover, and it's
Mhm.
called Putana.
Yeah, I know what that's referencing. That's
It's hilarious. This sounds
man. I kind of
amazing.
almost wish I had that
Yes.
copy.
That sounds amazing. It comes on this like barbly thing. This one is
Oh,
sick. Yeah.
that's funny. Wow, that's great.
Do you have anything else to you want to show? So these were the four records that we revisit.
Do we want to each show? We're kind of getting down to the wire. 48
Okay.
minutes. Do we want to each show one more, maybe?
I don't have nothing pulled out here, so it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
We'll
Well,
go with the flow.
huh?
We'll go with the flow.
Okay. This I pulled after listening to that plugs, and I think this is up there. Those are probably. God, I'm having trouble with words today. That plugs record and this record are probably my two favorite California punk albums.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This record,
Yeah,
in a sense, it reminds me of the Plugs album where they go a lot of different places.
they do.
It's not as varied as that Plugs record, but Waiting in Line, User, War Babies, Daddy's Gone Mad. But the real standout to me is that title track. It's so stinking moody and oh man, just
It is. Yeah,
this is just
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. That's an excellent record. They went in a direction that pretty bad, but it's sad. It's said a legal weapon of then they fell for that air metal kind of bullshit, glammy
Yeah.
stuff. It's sad, but that's a fucking amazing record. I haven't listened to that in a long time. I'm gonna have to listen to that today.
And I think this is 83, I want to say. But this is
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so because I think
Arsenal.
the stinker is from 84 or 85.
Yeah. Do you not like their follow up?
Yeah,
It's not as you can't beat this, but I don't think it's bad.
I don't think
You
he's
know.
bad, but I will put him on a bag of the it's like the TSOL era that I do not appreciate that much.
Hmm.
Kind of went down that route, I think
Sure, right.
a lot of the LA scene they kind of tend to follow trends, and I think like Legal Weapon kind of they they didn't go as far away from their roots as a lot of their contemporaries, but yeah, the following up it's okay. It's not a record that really
And I think I forgot about this. Mine has the
that's a cool shot.
cool insert.
Yeah. So the only record I have pulled out, the only record that I've been listening.
I
Go
pulled something that I thought you might show.
for it. Oh no, I already
No.
found them all. But we can talk about that.
No, you show. We can. Maybe we'll do a separate thing on this one.
I think we should do. I think we will do maybe next week if we do one of these next week. Let's do a video on Johnny Thunders.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Let's do one on Johnny Thunders. But you pulled Johnny Thunders, and one thing that as I said, I haven't listened to much music, but the other was last weekend that Ryan did his live stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that particular day, which I believe was Saturday, I asked, I made a request and I asked him to play a tune by the Sinatras, and then after the meeting, I was already a little buzzed. I'm sorry, guilty here, and I just was on that mindset of listening to all that Max Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
Heartbreakers, New York Dolls. inspired shit. And I start pulling records that I've listening to in a long time. And there's one record that I have it right here in front of me, and I'm going to show that record because I think it's one of those that is one of those that I don't know if people care about this. You know, it's not at the level of the Art Breakers or the Electric Chairs, but it does have those moments.
You aren't going to show Tough Darts, are you?
No,
Oh, thank
yeah,
God.
this is way better than Tough Darts.
Oh.
Way better than Tough Darts.
I traded in my Tough Darts record.
You won't regret it. It'll be okay.
No.
You will survive. But this record is excellent, and it is one of my favorite covers ever. Because also, while on that Saturday, I also saw some thread going on in the VC about covers. So my mind was spinning
Mhm.
between wanting to listen to Art Breakers and Johnny T and things in that vein and picking records with great covers. Of course, I didn't do any video about it, but I'm sharing right now. But this is a great record. Avis Davis, #1.
I don't know that at all. That looks awesome.
This, as for any fan of that era of Max Kansas City, that junky punk and roll, this is excellent. You know,
What year is that?
this is 81.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, this record is like, you know, there's some songs that are okay, but like there's some moments here, like just the song Weekend, MIA is probably the most well-known song, Hot Wire My Heart. Yeah, this is, uh, some might say might be a deep cut, whatever, but probably, I don't know, it's got to
Man,
be a
that
cheap.
looks cool. Yeah, that's a.
This thing rips. And it's not at the level of Art Breakers and all that, but someone not familiar with this record that likes that sound, this will be a treat. I'll say, I think that judging this record by the cover is not too far off the picture. Yeah, it kind of sounds like it looks.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out because I can just tell by especially that
Yeah,
background. Man, I'm
you
gonna
can.
like that. Yeah.
You see this.
Yeah.
It sounds like this.
Well, then it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, you got one more.
Yeah, maybe this one was. I was kind of thinking too after the plugs and naughty kids about records. You know, follow-ups that are kind of I think are kind of overlooked.
Okay,
And to me, this is the most obvious punk example of that. Do you have a guess?
is Brickfield Nights? Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe this one's a little obvious, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's the first one you think of. It's
Yeah.
sandwiched between the first record and Machine Gun Etiquette. It just feels like this doesn't get any attention. And maybe
Wait,
before
which is funny because I remember, especially CD comps from the Damned back in the 90s, and they were always like almost 60% of the record was always on those damn best of comps.
probably the cheapest ones to license.
Maybe, but I think it's a good record. Remind me of the track list, please.
It's got it's so weird because it's the track list is all mixed up. I got to look at the album. You Take My Money, Alone, Your Eyes, Creep. You know,
Yeah.
that's side 2. But the first side is really just Problem Child, Don't Cry Wolf,
I know.
One Way Love,
Great. Yeah.
Politics, Stretcher Case Baby. Oh,
Yeah.
Idiot Box. Yeah, just
He's one of those now that you just said a track list, it explains why it falls through the cracks. Because that B side is just a lot of filler.
Yeah, but
It cannot.
side one is
It's
so
yeah, opening up with Problem Child,
yeah.
which is a different. It is a different studio session than the single, isn't it?
Uh,
Pretty sure.
I didn't know that. Maybe it is, huh?
I think so.
But I have a
I
feeling showing this now. Did we already talk about this record?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay,
No.
I was thinking as soon as I showed, it, I thought, man, did we already show this in another one? But yeah, this is, I think, really underrated. I think the
Yeah, it is.
first side
It is.
stands up to any side from Machine Gun Etiquette, and maybe not the first side of Damn Damn Damn, but definitely the second
Yeah,
side.
yeah. The debut is just hard to top, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a great record. Yeah, yeah. But I think but it's clearly that second side is so damn weak
Yeah.
that the B. That's what it is. But
I mean,
Machine Gun Etiquette, I think, is a fantastic record. But I think it gets way too much praise. I don't want to say it's overrated because it's not overrated, but I don't think it's all that. You know,
hmm,
I don't know, man. I think I'm when it comes to the damned, I'm a damn guy. You know,
it. I don't know. That's hard for me. It really alternates depending on my mood.
you just
Um,
cannot you can't beat neat.
well, the thing that always gets me, that keeps me coming back to Damn 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 being better is Fan Club.
Oh fuck yeah,
That
yeah,
is, I would
yeah.
not I would not hesitate to say that is their best, my favorite Damn, I shouldn't say best, but my favorite Damn song. Um, Maybe my favorite British punk song. It's either Fan Club or Whips and Furs, probably.
That's a tough pick. Two
Yeah.
two different sonic approaches, two killer tracks. Yeah, Whips and Furs is up there for me too.
I feel like we've talked about Whips and Furs a
Yeah, we
lot
did.
on
Yeah,
here.
it just like the
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Whips and Furs is like one of those songs, like when you listen to a song and you kind of it transports you somewhere. Like you listen to Whips and Furs, you're riding a Cadillac. You're in the song, you're going with the song, and that's the best thing. But damn, dude, it's just like what's in it? Neat, fan club, new rose, Jesus,
Fish.
fish.
Oh, Feel the Pain, Stab Your Back, Born
Let's
to
stop your back.
Kill,
Born to kill. Yeah,
I
it's just
Fall. Oh,
you're
the,
not gonna you're not gonna top that with smash it up. Come on.
no. The first side of Damn Damn Damned is one of the best sides of a record. Period.
You
You
know
know.
you know what I think about. I love Machine Gun Etiquette. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
But if I had to justify any potential beef that I have with that record, I think in my mind, maybe I think that Captain Sensible was given way too much creative room.
I can't,
I don't
because
know.
to me the best song on this record is Anti-Pope.
Yeah, fair.
And didn't
Yeah.
he write that when he was in that band between um
Which one? Yeah, it was like in 10 different bands. He was
well
in
he
every single band.
were they called the Kings, or there's something like that. There was a band he was in, after the Damned split up in that one year, 78, I think.
I don't know.
And
I can't recall. He played with so many people.
but it was him fronting the band. And it was, I think, a demo or a 10-inch of demos has came out of their one recording session in 1978, and that's where Antipope came from.
I'll have to research that because I cannot think of it.
I think I'm getting the band name wrong, but I think I'm pretty dead on
Yeah.
with everything else. But
One thing they all give to Machine Gun Etiquette is the artwork.
yeah,
It's a beautiful record. It's a beautiful, beautiful record.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard for me because this was my first Damned record, so it's kind of
Yeah. And it's like from 0 to 10, damned is a 10, and that is a 9.75.
yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Well, you maybe it's a 10 for you, and
I
then
think there's. I have to say I think they're both 10s. It's pretty. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's my favorite of those two. It's really depending on my mood,
Yeah. Well, true. If you're not getting into if you are not getting into comparing records,
Yeah.
just okay, damn, listen to this. That's a 10, and then you go and listen to Machine Gun Etiquette without comparing to anything else. Yeah, it's a 10.
Well, and I think part of it too is this record's so dark that it's kind of like this is their cynical side. This is the more optimistic side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's very. I won't keep going on and on about
It's like
Damned, but
the first one. It's a punk record. The Machine Gun Etiquette is like, we're still punks, but maybe we can make a buck out of it. I don't know. Let me pick a record. Okay, you have more records to show?
I didn't grab any more. I mean, I can. We're getting to an hour and 6 minutes, so maybe one more.
Yeah, let me pick one here. Did we talk about this?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so we can end these on a high note. Okay, I'm gonna pick up one record for you to talk about the record.
Okay.
Okay, I cannot believe it. I can just keep it. I'm gonna pick up I just picked the record. There's no cheating here. There's no editing. I picked the record for you to talk about the record. Tell us about this record.
I saw you pull it at.
You did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know much about these guys. Do you have information on them?
Not really. Nope.
I think they're what? God, I can't even remember where they're from.
They're from Switzerland.
Yeah, but I found out about these guys on a comp that I have called Pogo Punks.
Yeah.
That's all Swedish punk. But it's kind of odd. They do a cover of John Lennon Cold Turkey.
Yeah, they do.
And you know who does a cover that is I think the same year that this came out, or that song was recorded, is the Soft Boys.
They did?
Yeah, the first Soft Boys album, the second to last song is a cover of Cold Turkey.
Well, I think there was a time that it probably reflects the lifestyle of the era. I think they were probably struggling with some sort of addiction, and they felt like they had to go cold turkey.
Yeah.
to get their shit together. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of struggle with drug addiction in the mix to inspire those bands to play a song such as the Cold Turkey.
Well, I thought I remember. I know at one point I read the liner notes to this, and there was something about one of them being involved in heroin dealing in this band.
It's possible. It's possible.
So there's something mention of that.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's
or a connection to a heroin dealer, something.
We're talking late 70s.
Yeah.
Throughout the early 80s. It's like I don't know what the kids do these days, but there was a time and place. I don't, but there was a time and place that there's always, sadly, there's always a drug associated to an era.
Yeah, right.
Always. It's always. You know, I don't know what's going on these days, but there was a time that, smacky. Have you ever watched the movie Christian F, which is a
Mm-mm.
movie about German youth into the glam punk, fans of David Bowie, and it's all about the struggle with heroin addiction. So that thing was heavy in Europe at the time. So
Right.
yeah, it just makes sense. So we're gonna end this with such a
We're
lower
gonna end it
note,
on that
talking
positive
about
note.
heroin.
Wow.
Wow. Well, you know something? There's one thing about it. If people struggle with addiction, they can always make their way out of it, and
Yes.
and succeed. But when you start the fucking war, there's no way to go back. The war already
No,
started.
yeah. No way at all, boy. Yeah.
All right, so we're good, huh? We'll be back maybe next week.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, so thumbs up to the people out there. Stay tuned.